everyone, today we're going to be talking about A$AP Rocky's hands-on Met Gala moment with a fan, the Met Gala guest that wasn't invited but ended up stealing the show, and the potential upcoming WGA strike. I'm your host for today, Maddie, and let's get into our first story. When Met Gala Day is upon us, the city is full of celebs and even more full of people hoping to get a glimpse of their favorite stars. One big hotspot for fans to see the stars is outside the entrance of the Carlisle Hotel in New York. The hotel is where many of the stars attending the event stay and get ready before the show. It was done up with a red carpet surrounded by barricades so the people could get close to the celebs but not too close. Some fans, on the other hand, got way closer to one star in particular than they ever saw coming. Rapper A$AP Rocky, known for his songs like Praise the Lord and Sundress, as well as dating Rihanna, somehow found himself on the wrong side of the barricade, standing in the crowd of fans. In order to get back to the hotel instead of go around, Rocky decided to walk through the fans and jump the barricade. At this time, the rapper was wearing a hoodie and sunglasses, but still, I don't know how none of the people noticed who it was standing right beside them. Regardless, the way he jumped over the barricade is what has people talking today. In the video of this happening, you can see Rocky clear some people out of the way before he jumps onto the barricade. While standing on the thin metal bar, he loses his balance and pushes off of a woman's face to balance himself, jumping off the bar and landing on the carpet near the hotel doors. As he pushes on the woman's head, he knocked her glasses right off her face, and she was clearly in shock by his hand on her face. Even the woman's friends standing beside her are jaw to the floor shocked that this man is jumping the barricade and using their friend for balance. Upon him landing on the other side, Rocky pulled down his hood and reveals to the annoyed crowd who he is. You can see the crowd's facial expressions go from who the F does this guy think he is to holy crap, I was just shoulder to shoulder with A$AP Rocky. Even the girl whose glasses got knocked off of her and her friends were in disbelief. Judging by the woman's reaction, they were all fans, but still, he really could have been more gentle grabbing her head. After the rapper goes into the hotel, the crowd appears to be giddy with the fact that they were literally just in a crowd with A$AP Rocky. He and Rihanna both attended the Met Gala looking stunning as always, and this means that their second baby has already attended the Super Bowl and the Met Gala before even being born. Have you seen the video of A$AP Rocky using a woman's face as a launch pad? Let me know your thoughts on it and their looks for the Met down below. Our next story is about the Met Gala, but it's certainly one I didn't expect to be covering today. If you didn't know, the Met Gala is a very exclusive event and only those with an invite and enough money to spare on a ticket are able to attend. Last night, however, there was one guest who I know wasn't on the guest list this year. The Met Gala crasher ended up taking the carpet as the crowd of photographers patiently waited the arrival of Rihanna, who was fashionably late, and of course a cockroach showed up. I think a cockroach is the least glamorous Met Gala thing that could have showed up on the carpet, and honestly, I think it's pretty funny. Variety were the first ones to post a video of the cockroach to Twitter in a 22-second clip of the bug running around on the white carpet with blue and red details. In the video, there is one man on the carpet with the roach, but literally everyone on the sides was so invested looking at it. The person filming the clip that Variety posted can be heard telling the photographer on the carpet to take a photo, and sure enough, with his fancy camera and massive flash, he snapped a couple of shots. I mean, this has to be the most glamorous roach in New York to have walked the Met Gala carpet and gotten a professional photo. I never thought I'd be a little jealous of a cockroach. Even though I'm sure nobody wanted to see any sort of bug at the event, it showed up at the right time and seemingly entertained the crowd of waiting people quite well. Later in the night, Variety also tweeted that photographer Kevin Mazur was successful in snapping a pic of the roach. Lastly, they updated Twitter revealing that the Met Gala roach had been stepped on, saying it's with deep sadness that we must report the Met Gala cockroach was stepped on, #RIP. I mean, the event may be exclusive, but it is New York. People had quite the laugh over the roach, with people asking if the bug paid the cost of the ticket and calling it an icon. Some people even said the roach was Karl Lagerfeld, making an appearance due to the controversial opinions he would often express throughout his career. What do you think about the Met Gala cockroach? Did it make you laugh, or were you just totally grossed out? Let me hear all of your Gala roach thoughts in the comments below. The final news story I have for you all today is about the WGA strike. First of all, what the heck is the WGA? WGA stands for the Writers Guild Association, and if they go on strike, that means all of your favorite shows will have no stories or dialogue. This costly strike would cost production companies a lot of money and would most likely shut down production on most shows, resulting in the return of those shows being pushed back until the fall. Last month, members of the WGA voted 98% in favor of going on strike if no new deal is reached removed before their current contract expires. The cutoff for the decision is tonight at 11:59 p.m., and the two sides still seem to be on different pages. Apparently, both sides are feeling pain. Many media and tech companies producing shows that use the affected writers have recently seen drops in their stock price, prompting deep cost cuts, which means layoffs. On the other hand though, the writers, many of which who can't afford to support themselves on writing alone, are suffering from the reduced jobs and the loss of certain sources of income due to the industry shifting from traditional broadcasting cable programming to streaming services. In a statement from the union, they said, "The companies have used the transition to streaming to cut writer pay, worsening working conditions for series writers at all levels. On TV staffs, most writers are working at minimum regardless of experience, often for fewer weeks of pay. While series budgets have soared over the past decade, median writer-producer pay has fallen." The union is negotiating with Alliance of Motion Pictures and TV Producers, who represent Amazon, Apple, CBS, Disney, NBC, Universal, Netflix, Paramount Global, Sony, and Warner Bros. Discovery. A statement from their side read, "Our goal continues to be to reach a fair and reasonable agreement. The AMPTP companies have approached these negotiations with the long-term health and stability of the industry as our priority. We are all partners in creating the future of our business together, and we are fully committed to reaching a mutually beneficial deal." So to me, this is sounding like both sides need more money but don't have any, and I have an inkling that this will result in streaming services going up in price or more ads. Most shows have already filmed the final episodes of their current seasons, but viewers could experience immediate impact with late night shows, daytime soap operas, and other live shows like Saturday Night Live. Talk show host Seth Meyers, who was on the picket lines as a writer at SNL during the last strike, warned his viewers, telling them that late night won't be on air if there's a strike. In a YouTube message posted last week, he said, "I'm incredibly hopeful that they can come to an agreement. There is a possibility that this strike could last for months, with the last strike by this union lasting for 100 days in 2007. Entertainment attorney and author of Hollywood on Strike, Jonathan Handel, said, "If this goes on, we'll see more reality, news, and sports." Handel himself thinks a month-long strike is likely. The union represents 11,500 writers for TV, for both networks and streaming services, as well as a number of movies. That being said, not all of these writers are currently working. But if they do strike, it could really complicate every aspect of the industry. The strike would also greatly affect the economics of Southern California and some other locations such as New York City. There could be as many as 20,000 workers working on as many as 600 productions who could be out of work if the writers shut down production, according to an estimate from AMPTP. The 2007 strike cost an estimated $2 billion in economic damage. Adjusted for inflation, that comes to nearly $3 billion today. If you're a big TV fan like me, the options of things to watch might just be getting cut way down. I personally hope that they can come to an agreement, not just so I can keep watching my favorite shows, but it sounds like if the strike happens, it's going to be a major problem for everybody involved in the industry. What do you think? Will the WGA go through with the strike? Is your favorite show going to be affected? Let me hear all of your thoughts on the strike in the comments below. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe to IO.